This week's flood of contract extensions have raised the bar for baseball's young stars. This week, the most significant contract extension reported was Mike Trout's with the Angels. But Trout wasn't. These three players, four, if you include Trout, have had quite dissimilar careers so far. Bregman has played. The three contracts have also raised the bar for young players across baseball in several different ways. First, we have the Bregman category of extension: you, the young, budding star that has produced at the major league level. If a team is going. The second category is Lowe's extension: you, a lightly touted prospect getting a low level of cost certainty, with potential to become a long-term bargain if he exceeds expectations. This is a lot like. And then, there is Eloy Jimenez, the latest prospect to get an 8-figure guaranteed deal before even one plate appearance in the majors. We've seen this happen. The fourth category is rarefied air. It's the Mike Trout. You may notice that throughout this whole article, I never mentioned one pitcher. That's because the post appeared first on. Related slideshow: best photos of MLB spring training provided by M&A.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.